Okay, hello everyone, welcome to a new video after a while. And so, you wanna hear a story? I will tell you a story about car inspection in my country. So, this car is running out of inspection, and so I decided that yeah, I need inspection. So I wanted to make it, you know. So I began preparing like a good boy about 2 weeks before it was expiring. And so I started by taking all my mods off the car and putting it back to stock form, so I can go to pre-inspection, find out what's wrong, and what should I do next. Okay, so like, yeah, that sounds pretty simple, right? Okay, so I wanted to start with the exhaust because I thought that it will be the hardest part, and yes, it was, because the old exhaust had a flange in there with some screws, and they were like so rusted, like so I had to cut it off, you know. And a few tries later, in a few days or maybe weeks, I don't know, days or weeks, and the exhaust was finally off. So I connected it with like a thing for connecting exhaust, and I was like, yes, this is good. So the exhaust was good. Then I did like the steering wheel, the airbox back, you know, this wiper was back and everything. And so so I was like, yeah, it's all good, let's go to the pre-inspection, you know. So I went to the pre-inspection, and they found me 7 or 8 defects, you know. And in theory I didn't pass the mechanical inspection, neither the emissions. So I didn't pass the emissions because of an exhaust leak and because of a worn out catalytic converter, you know. So I was like, yeah, like the cat, like, okay, there's just nothing to worry about, you know, just put some additive and it might fix it, you know. That's what the technician said. He was like, it might fix it. So I was like, yeah, that's good, it will be good. So yeah, I put the additive in and started driving around with that, and I didn't pass mechanical inspection because the front rotors were warped, the rear brake pads were like worn out, they were almost nothing left, like very little, and the rear left caliper was leaking, and the rear right caliper had no handbrake, like it was broken. So I ordered the brakes, you know, like did the front ones, did the rear ones, and then I had to bleed the rear calipers, and then that was where a problem happened. So we were bleeding it, you know. I was like, yeah, that's good, the fluid is coming back clear and like with no bubbles. But when I came to the engine, I realized that I had no fluid in the reservoir, you know. So I was like, oh shit, that's not good, you know. So I drove it like on the garden, and I tried braking and I had no brakes. So I started thinking, like, what's wrong, you know, like what should I do? So my initial thought was that I got air in the ABS system, which would be terrible because you need diagnostics to remove the air from that, and you can't like get the diagnostics like for this car, you know, like anywhere. So at least in like a short time period, you know. So we bled the brakes like 3 more times, and all of a sudden it was okay, you know. But it took like a week to change the brakes. So yeah, that was my fault. Then the front marker lights, the orange ones in here, they were broken, you know. So I ordered new front ones. They were like nowhere to buy, they didn't have them anywhere, but in the end I found them and I ordered them, and they came and I replaced them. And then I realized, oh, one of the rear ones isn't working either. So I was like, oh shit, okay, let's go through this again. So I ordered them, you know, I put them in and they didn't work, at least one of them. So I was like, oh my god, like this is like bad. So I had to contact the store and they replaced it for me. It took a week longer than I wanted, but in the end it got there. So there was the marker light fixed. In the meantime, I was running the fuel additive, I was breaking in the brakes, and also another problem was with the brake lines in here. Like right here there is a fuel filter, then there is a plastic cover, you know, that covers the brake lines, and they were all rusted. So they were like, okay, this is a problem. So what I did was that I kinda scraped them a little and spray painted them, and I was like, okay, this has to be good enough, you know. Next was the exhaust leak, and so I resealed the exhaust in the connections, you know. There are like two connections. One was the one that I put there, and then there was other one right behind the catalytic converter. So I resealed it there, you know. I was like, okay, this is good, you know. Then a friend held me the exhaust closed, you know, like with her hand, and I was like, okay, it's leaking really bad because the middle muffler was like rusted out like completely, you know. It does have two sheets of metal all around it, but it was leaking. So yeah, let's order a new muffler and let's go through this all over again. So, but in the end, the exhaust was fixed, the brakes were fixed, the brake lines were fixed, the lights were fixed, the additive was in the tank. The last thing that was left was the engine oil leaking. It was leaking like very little, you know. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna just clean this with the brake cleaner, you know, wipe it down, and it will be good, right? Well, no, it wasn't good. And I will show you exactly how much oil leak is illegal in my country, you know, because it's very little, and I'm very angry because that is the only reason why I didn't pass technical inspection. Just because of the oil. I have to fix the oil leak and it will be good. But because of the oil leak, I didn't pass the inspection. Then we went to test the emissions. And we were testing. The technician was warming up the engine properly. He did everything he could. However, I didn't pass the emissions. The exhaust, fixing the exhaust did nothing. The fuel additive did nothing. And when I seen the bad emissions, I straight up wanted to cry. Like, you know, like oh my god, like catalytic converters are so expensive. And if I buy the catalytic converter, I won't be able to do this in the summer, no, the engine swap, because I won't have enough money. So I started thinking a lot, and I was very sad. And the only logical conclusion that I came to was to build a Babetta right now. So that's what I'm doing. In the meantime, I was thinking some more, and I realized that this has a 1.8 liter gasoline engines with Euro 2 emission norm. That has 1.8 liter gasoline engine with Euro 3 emission norms. So yeah, that's about it. That is my sad story. This all took like 2 months. 2 months. Like I started at the beginning of the March, like 2nd of March maybe, and it's the end of April right now. It's like 28th April or something today. So yeah, I have a plan to fix it. The question is if it will work and if I can do it all next week, because this week I'm working on the Babetta to just change my mind a little, you know. But what annoys me the most is there was nothing wrong with this car. It was driving perfectly, it was braking perfectly. Okay, the rear brake pads, like, okay, That is like the only thing that really was wrong with this car, you know. It's working perfectly, driving perfectly, braking perfectly, handling perfectly. It has all the safety equipment it should have, you know, all the seat belts, airbags, I don't know, horn maybe, the lights are all good, you know, okay, the marker lights, but like, I'm fixing a car that has nothing wrong with it, you know, like there is everything good with this car. It just I don't know, we have like so strict laws on this for no reason. Like, this is a 30-year-old car. How do you expect it to not have a bit of rust, you know, to have a perfect emissions? Like what do you want? No, like this is just terrible, you know. And a tiny little oil leak in a 30-year-old car, that is just completely normal. Like, look at this, it's leaking oil everywhere. That is leaking oil everywhere. That is leaking oil everywhere. Every old car I know is leaking oil. And this started leaking oil recently, but just a little bit. And that is apparently illegal. So yeah, I needed to put this in a video so you know that I was doing something for my good feeling, you know. So okay, see you next week in a better mood, I hope. Okay, so the oil pan is sealed. I used silicone and I'm waiting for it to dry out. It took me longer than I expected, but yeah, that's about it. The next thing that we need to do is right there, that's it. And so I ordered a new one, but I don't really have a lot of money, so first I need to make some money. And do you know how I make money? Come with me, I will show you.
Is you, that's true.
No more, I can't stand it. No more, no more, I can't stand it. No more. He said, I'm gonna take you high, gonna take you low, gonna take you
Okay, so it's in there, it's sealed, you know, might not be very pretty, but I don't really care. It's only a temporary solution just for the inspection. I will be running a test pipe after I'm done, or after the inspection is done. So for the inspection I hope this will be good enough. And if the emissions are still bad, then I don't know. I really have no idea. So yeah, we will see. But look, like, everything is new. Everything. And so we are finally here. Everything should be fine. So yeah, I think everything is fine. We will see. Okay, so you know what happened? I'm just at the gas station. I picked up a baguette and a coffee. because today when I started the car, a little bit of smoke came out from the engine bay, and so I thought like maybe I sprayed the degreaser somewhere, you know, like nothing too bad. Well, turns out the alternator just burned out or whatever, and it's bad and it's not charging anymore, you know. So when we were there, we had to shut the car off for a second, and when I tried to start it again, the battery was dead. So I passed the missions, but I didn't pass technical inspection because my battery is dead. Okay, so I have inspection. My car is finally inspected. The problem is that the alternator is almost dead, and if I shut it off, I won't be able to start it again. So with my dad, we push started the car on the spot, and yeah, I'm driving into his house. He will charge my battery overnight. I will take his car to home today, and tomorrow I will come back for this and eventually replace the alternator. I hope soon. Okay, one last thing I want to say before the end of this video is that I just made a Patreon because like supporting all these cars, it isn't cheap, and it's that much harder when you're still in high school and you don't have any time to make money or anything. So it's made in a form of just tips basically. So if you want to support me, go in there and yeah, send me money. I need money. I need lots of money for the compact in the summer. So yeah, I hope I can make enough money, because with that it's just you start doing it, and you know that you need a new clutch and that you will need a new inspection for the compact, and and you know that you will need a lot of parts that you don't even know that you will need yet. So yeah, I know it will get a bit more expensive than I think so. So yeah, thank you so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you next time. Good night. Looks like it's his car now. Okay, you can see really a lot, but yeah, he's in my car.